show y'all some shit real quick. Shorty's in the X and the O's. Bitch, I'm on the flex, get a check for the bros. Whipping up the stress, make a mess to the bowl. Bitch, I've been blessed like I'm pressing the stove. Blow smoke, don't trip, I'm hotter than the ozone. Oh no, so cold, I'm feeling like I'm frozen. Bitch, I stepped up to the fucking scene wearing no coat. Shorty need a motherfucking ring like a no-go. Why the fuck I flex like this? When I'm all up in the booth, it's like a check on wrist. Bitch, I feel like I'm rich when I pop my shit. Y'all don't need no hope, cause I faith exists. Keep a cold ass flow with a blood so bliss. It's a bold ass dope, let the blood just twist. Put your boys keep talking, they gon' sleep with fish. I ain't never been a talking on the beat, get squished. Baby, I'm a king to your patterns. Fucking up the scene, the shit don't even matter. I got plenty on my platter. See the bad bitch grabber, got a mad like Hannah. See, I'm not that flattered. Okay, Schwartzy do the ass way better. Leave the whole beat tattered. Got your mind all scattered. Ripping shit like I'm all up in the mix. Gotta find a road to pick. Gotta find a way to fix this faster. I'ma turn the blood into ash. Fucking up the game, I'll be held up on the ass. Arm to the rim, Schwartzy breaking the glass. On my wrist, got a gas. Fuck a bitch on my past. I can't live too fast. Get mass with the blick. You ain't never seen a younger puppet like this. Fuck tricks, fuck licks, fuck trips, fuck bricks, fuck everything you doing. It don't really mean shit. Bitch, I'm broke like 3 cents. Bitch, I'm climbing tree limbs. I was sent to kill shit. You don't wanna meet him, but I still build mine. Strapped up, new Tim, still grim, still pale in the face like them. Boys. Now that's gonna be a feature. That's some shit coming out on the next little section of things that I upload. I'm gonna just give y'all some updates because obviously it's been a minute since we've went live. I've had a lot of different things going on, and you know my fucking notepad only keeps getting thicker and thicker as far as topics and things to talk about and stuff like that. So I figured we could go ahead and get at least one of these topics off today and show you guys some things and update you guys on some things as far as future content coming out soon and stuff like that. Make sure I can. See if I can fucking. Don't let me see the chat from my position. Let me pull up the live stream on my actual computer. That way I can fucking see what we have going on here. That way if any comments come through, I can speak on them and shit like that. But yeah, let me make sure I get the fucking video muted as well before I fuck around. Okay, video muted. We're pulled up. That way now I'll actually be able to see if you guys are gonna, if you guys drop any comments or anything like that. But anyways, update as far as content and where my mind is at as far as moving forward with uploads and stuff like that, as far as music and stuff like that. As you guys have seen, since I started making music, I've been pretty consistent as far as uploading a track every couple of days or so, really. You know what I'm saying? For this whole past year and a half, you know, there's been little spurts where I take like a week off or something like that. But for the most part, every fucking day to 2 days to a few days, I'm uploading at least one song. But with this little span that I've taken right here, I've taken like at least like a month off from uploading, but that doesn't mean that I haven't been making music. I've got like 23, 24 songs in the vault now at this point, just waiting to put them shits out. Low-key been fiending to put them shits out. So this weekend, I'm going to go and get some things put up. I'm just changing up my strategy a little bit here as far as what the game plan is and how I'm going to approach things moving forward with the content game, as far as I want to upgrade the quality of it, and I also want to have more things that are able to be like viewed by multiple people on multiple platforms, and things that just kind of advertise the music to a certain degree. I've been seeing how a lot of other people conduct themselves as far as this is the way I see it. Instead of just uploading music and expecting people to just watch that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, it's been doing pretty good up until this point. You know, certain videos I have, as far as like music videos and stuff like that, certain music videos have like fucking 200-300 views, and I mean 20-30 likes. That's pretty fucking good to me. I mean 300, like, you gotta understand, a lot of people will be caught up in the viewership of things and think that they're not doing something, when in reality they are. 300 people, that could fill up like most rooms, you know what I'm saying? And not even to say like basic standard rooms. I mean like big rooms in like a church house or some shit. Most churches and stuff like that, capacity be at like 100, 200, you know what I'm saying? So to have certain songs of mine with fucking 300 views and 30-40 people liking the video, you know what I'm saying? Or even certain scenarios, just 10 people liking the video. That is pretty fucking dope to me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people would be like, oh, you know, he ain't really doing nothing. Or, you know, a lot of people will be in their self-doubt mind and be like, oh, well, I need at least 1K to feel happy, or I need at least 100K to feel happy. Like, nah, fuck all that shit. I remember days uploading, making live streams, doing shit, and having 0 all the way to the whole time. I sit here in a 2-hour live stream, have 0 viewers, and still be kicking game. So, you know, I'm very happy with my progress. We have almost 200 subscribers now at this point, which is fire. You know what I'm saying? 200 people who is like actually interested in what I have going on enough to subscribe. Because I'll tell y'all something right now. I know what it takes for me personally to subscribe to somebody's channel on YouTube. You get what I'm saying? Like, a motherfucker had to be doing a lot. And like, I have to like really like genuinely enjoy some shit to subscribe to a channel. Like, I don't just be sitting here subscribing to a whole bunch of people just for the simple fact that I can or something like that. Like, it take a lot for me to like videos. It take a lot for me to subscribe to videos. So, you know, at the point of me being at 180 subscribers right now, almost at that 200 mark, I just want to say, for each and every one of y'all, I'm very appreciative to all of y'all, because I know what it takes for me to actually subscribe to somebody's channel. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to say I'm very appreciative to all of y'all. But we're going to make a slight pivot on our content schedule and things like that. We're going to be doing more short form content and more advertising type of content as far as the music stuff. Not like I'm gonna be fucking like reading sponsored ads or some type of shit like that. I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna actually be like uploading TikTok videos, Instagram videos, YouTube shorts, all that type of stuff, snippets of music videos, snippets of tracks and stuff. If you guys aren't tuned into the Instagram page as well, come and follow me over on the Instagram page. Same exact name. You will find me at the same exact name on every social media platform. I'm pretty sure my TikTok username might be a little bit different, not 100%, but we'll find out about that. That way we can give you guys some clarity on that whenever I decide to start uploading like consistent TikTok videos and stuff like that. But aside from that, let's get back into the main point of this video today. As you can tell by the title, we're talking about life ain't fair. But first, before we do that, it's been a long time since we've been here. Shout out to everybody who showed up already. Anyone who's gonna stick out and be here. This is your boy Schwetzy. We in the communication station, and we just gonna break down some wisdom and knowledge and elevate our minds a little bit here. So I wanted to speak on this one phrase because it's something that I've been hearing for my whole life, and what I realized growing up and becoming older, and, you know, going out amongst the world and interacting with people and interacting with situations and stuff like that, I've learned that the phrase life ain't fair is very misleading. You get what I'm saying? Because this is what you need to understand about it. Excuse me. Life is actually very fair. You know what I'm saying? Life is actually one of the most fair things that there is through my own experiences. I'm sorry, I'm fucking getting hiccups now all of a sudden for absolutely no reason. Excuse me. But anyways, life is actually very fair. Based upon my own experiences, I've come to the conclusion that life is very, very fair. It's just a thing where people make it unfair. Shout out to Famous Malo in the chat. Thanks for showing up, bro. I've been seeing you everywhere lately, so I appreciate you for showing up. But and thank you for commenting, giving some interaction and stuff like that. But anyways, like I said, life is very fair. It's just the people that live life who makes it unfair. You get what I'm saying? So what we need to understand is we are all on a very even playing field with the same capabilities. You get what I'm saying? It's just a matter of if you're going to develop your skill sets or not. If you're going to gain mastery over whatever craft it is. Man, I need to learn how to mute the Discord. I don't want Discord notifications popping up the whole time. I'm just going to close that window for now. Okay. So yeah, it's just all about, are you going to actually sharpen your skill sets? Are you going to develop these things? Are you going to have the discipline and the grind that it takes to become better in certain whatever area of life it is that you want to interact with and what you want to use moving forward to get wherever it is you want to go? You get what I'm saying? Because once you start to formulate an actual like plan of what you're going to do with your life and where you see yourself going and what type of people you want to be around and what type of lifestyle you want to live and what type of things you want to receive from life, you get what I'm saying? You're going to come to conclusions that there's certain skills that you need to develop to actually reach that end goal that you have in mind for yourself. You get what I'm saying? Now, this is not to say that you need to be like heavily dependent or heavily straining and stressing yourself about the end outcome, because the end outcome might not always look how it looked when you envisioned it in your mind, but still yet getting closer to that and getting things aligned in a certain way that brings you towards that conclusion or that goal that you have set in mind for yourself. It take a level of grinding. It take a level of developing your skill sets. It take a level of developing a certain level of mastery over certain things, how you're interacting with people, how you're interacting with the systems that it takes. Like, for example, me being a musician, there's a lot of different things that I have to learn. You know what I'm saying? As far as shit, I don't want to dish out money to have somebody mixing my tracks every time. I got to learn about all these different DAWs. I got to learn about the systems. I got to learn how to mix my vocals properly to actually make them sound how I want to, and what equipment to buy and what things to stay away from and all this stuff. Now, this is not to say that I need to be going by some type of industry standard or some type of shit like that, because I tell you right now, I'm the last person to give a fuck about some shit like that. I'm gonna do shit my own way regardless. A lot of how my music is now is strictly self-taught. Like I can't even remember sitting down and watching a YouTube video that was longer than 5 to 10 minutes about any type of mixing tactic. Or, man, Windows, quit giving me fucking updates while I'm trying to be live streaming, hoe ass motherfucker. Anyways, so yeah, like fucking industry standard. Everything that I've done up until this point, even when it comes down to editing videos, and because y'all see, like a lot of my longer form content that is shown in like a live stream type of way, I don't go back and edit these videos. I just keep them live streams. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into more of that moving forward though, because I want to be able to have little segments of these videos or little edited out parcels of it to be able to distribute through other platforms and stuff like that. So that is going to change up a little bit, but you guys have seen up until this point, I don't go back and edit the live streams. And when it comes to the actual music videos, shit, when I first started, I was just throwing these videos up in the Clipchamp, putting my song in the background and sitting here and fucking lining up every single little video to where whatever I was saying with my words was lining up with the lyrics from the song that was in the background. Like, all of this shit is like trial and error, self-taught stuff that I've done from the very beginning. I can tell you right now, I have watched a couple videos on mixing, but like I said, nothing longer than about like 10 minutes. Everything else, I just play it by ear. I just wanted to find out what type of things that I needed to have on my, as far as like plugins and stuff like that. I just needed to find out what type of things I needed and what type of order they needed to go in. And from there, I've literally played everything else by ear. You get what I'm saying? Now, I do have somebody in my life who is teaching me a lot of things as far as mixing and audio engineering and stuff like that now. But for the longest time, I didn't have that. And up until this point, most of the strategies and the styles that I implement for my music is strictly things that I've taught to myself, not things that I've went and watched a video or learned from anybody else. It's just shit that trial and error, moving through the fucking hoops and loops and all this extra type of shit to figure out how to get closer to the sound that I actually want and get a more crisp audio quality and make it just sound how the fuck I want it to. All of that shit was done by playing by ear up until this point. You know, like a month and a half, 2 months ago, I ended up meeting somebody who was like putting me on to a lot of game when it comes to this. So that person, you know who you are. Very grateful for you. Thank you for everything that you've been showing me here recently. But up until this point, it's been self-taught. Same with editing videos. I just figure out, okay, what application on my computer can download videos, or what is one of the most popular applications that everybody is using up until this point. I started with Clipchamp, I moved to CapCut, and yeah, just over time you can see how the quality of the music videos has upgraded. You know what I'm saying? Even if the camera quality hasn't upgraded much, because I've just been filming on iPhones the whole time. You know what I'm saying? We're working on getting some actual new cameras and shit like that, so stay tuned for that type of stuff. Just be patient, work with me. I've had a lot of shit going on. Y'all don't even fucking know. But so yeah, this shit is just an accumulation and a buildup of the momentum that I've built for myself from being strong enough and standing on business enough, quote unquote. That's the fucking most famous saying nowadays. I was standing on business enough to the point that got me to where I am, aka having the discipline to keep going, aka not getting too frustrated and giving up and quitting when things get hard, or you're not able to create things to the quality and the way that you would actually like to do it. That's how you start getting better equipment. That's how you start getting everything, bro. Even if it comes to the point where you got to go and work a 9-to-5 job, get a few checks and upgrade your studio. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. I'll keep it a buck though. A lot of the shit that I have was straight up given to me, straight up for the free ski. Like, you know what I'm saying? The entire setup that I have right now, the only thing that I paid for out of my own pocket was the microphone. Everything else was given to me, like 100%. I'm not capping. Everything else come from the work and the grind that I've put in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where all this shit come from. But I'm saying that to let y'all know that life is actually very fair. You can get everything that you need. Like if you're actually like serious about some shit and you really want to take it to the next level, and you like have the dedication to actually sit down and do these things day in and day out, bro, I'm telling you, everything will just start to fall into place. That's how I know that life is very fair. And this is another thing too. The reason that we believe that life isn't fair is because other people have set it up so it seems like it isn't fair. You get what I'm saying? We got all these governmental systems in place and all these things that restrict certain individuals and show nepotism and favoritism towards other individuals. You get what I'm saying? Whether that be through race, bloodline, ancestry, whatever the fuck it may be. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that make it seem like you're inhibited or restricted or like things aren't fair. This is the piece of advice that I would give you if you're in a situation of feeling like and thinking like life isn't fair to you at the moment and you're being restricted or inhibited in some way. I would say, if you know the rules and the regulations and the terms of engagement on whatever arena it is that you're involving yourself in, that way you will actually start to be able to like see if this is actually an unfair segment of reality or not. You get what I'm saying? So, AKA, learn how to be able to read and peep game from the people in the environment that you want to jump yourself into. You get what I'm saying? So, and there's different sections of this when it comes into everything, right? So, for example, with my music career and where I've taken things, shit has been very fair to me. You get what I'm saying? Now, there's other people who have a completely different experience because they are in a different mind state than me. That's not only the key factor, because this make them manifest certain things and draw certain people to them, and they're drawn to certain things just due to their own mind state. That's one of the key factors. But also another key factor is we're not the same person, so we're gonna have different paths. You get what I'm saying? So whatever I create for myself out of the space and circumference of music, art, creation, whatever the fuck you want to label it as, it's gonna bring me to one certain arena within that area. You get what I'm saying? Now another person, they're gonna create the exact same things, but it's gonna take them to another arena within that circumference. Now, like I said, for me, what I've created has been very fair to me. Whenever I'm in the music space, the shit that I have chose to interact with, the people that I've chose to interact with have been very fair. There's been people who are quote unquote more talented than me. There's people who are quote unquote have way more experience than me, and even if it's a situation where they make way more money off the shit than me, they've still been very fair. They've shown a lot of love. They've not tried to like little bro me or gatekeep information or just be like egotistical out towards me for the simple fact that they've been in this space longer than I have and I ain't shit because I just got here or something like that. Like, let's be honest. I'm coming up on the 2-year mark of my music career. I started this shit in the January of, what would it be? January of 2024. Yeah, January of 2024. We're in 2025 right now, coming upon the ending phase of 2025. So when 2026 hits, it'll be 2 full years that I've been in the music game. I've already done shows. I've already interacted with people who are fucking like local legends and shit like that. I've interacted with a lot of different people, and I've never got a wisp of unfairness. The reason for that is the way I constructed my mind and what I was willing to accept and where my boundaries were. You get what I'm saying? So with all those things into consideration, it allowed me to attract certain people who are more, they're just playing the game more fair. You get what I'm saying? Because the game is fair, but it's still a game. So there's certain people who are going to play it very unfair. You get what I'm saying? Now, some examples of this would be people just making situations unfair. Now, how you know you're dealing with somebody who is unfair is this one key factor right here. Beyond your level of perception. If you have already like mixed and mingled yourself into certain environments and you don't have a level of perception to be able to tell like where this person's at, if they would be the type of person who does things unfairly and likes to tip the scales in their favor and all this extra type of shit, if you're not able to see that just from the distance before you even get like wrapped up into that, whenever you are actually in it and you want to test these individuals to see if they actually do things in a fair and harmonious and balanced way, a thing that you can do is come up with a scenario where you guys have to meet each other on an even playing field. You get what I'm saying? Come up with a situation and a scenario where you guys have to meet each other on an even equivalent playing field, fair and balanced, where both of you have the same opportunity, both of you are coming from the same place, and both of you just, it's fair and balanced. You get what I'm saying? Come up with that type of situation, right? Now, if there's one particular person in your environment that you're wanting to test their level of fairness and how they're playing the game, invite them to come and meet you on even ground. You get what I'm saying? Invite this person to come and meet you on even ground. A person who does not know fairness and equality and balance, they will never meet you on a fair and even playing field. They're cheaters, they're liars, they like to take shortcuts, they like to do what they can to get ahead, aka every situation that occurs, they're going to do what they can to tip the scales in their favor. You get what I'm saying? If this person is unwilling to meet you on a situation or a platform or an arena that you created that allows for only fairness to be expressed. You get what I'm saying? If they're not willing to meet you there, that's how you know they're a cheat. That's how you know that they don't abide by fairness. That's how you know they always tip the scale in their favor, and that's how they've always won and gotten over in their life. You get what I'm saying? That's how you recognize these individuals. Because an unfair and an unbalanced person will never meet you on an even playing field. Even if, say for example, even if it's a situation where like you're sparring or boxing or wanting to fight bare knuckle or some shit, or even if it's like mental sparring. You get what I'm saying? Even if this person might mentally, emotionally, they might have more experience. They might have much more years than you. They might have more wisdom than you when it comes to actually physically fighting. They might have much more training experience. They might be bigger muscle than you, bigger this and that, more experience. They've been through more fights. They've been through more situations and stuff like that. They might already have those type of advantages solidified. But a truly unfair person, that still won't even be enough for them. AKA, when it comes to mentally sparring, they won't just, you know what I'm saying? They won't meet you on that even playing field. When it comes to actually physically fighting, they won't like knuckle up, stand toe to toe with you and blow with you. What they would rather do is catch you off guard and sneak you, whether that be physically or whether that be mentally with their mentality. They gonna bring up some shit that catch you off guard whenever it comes to like mentally sparring, some shit that you're like not expecting or not ready for, and That's how they tip the scales in their favor on that tip as well. This is what unfair and unjust people do. They will justify everything no matter what it is. You get what I'm saying? No matter what it is, they'll come up with reasons of why they can justify every single thing that they did, every single action they took, and why they tipped the scales in their favor in the first place. You get what I'm saying? But they're just always going to be unfair. Even if they have the advantage over you, even if it seemed clear that they should be the one who win and walk away with a W from this, they're still going to want to tip the scales in their favor even more. You get what I'm saying? Because this is the thing about it. Anyone could beat anyone on any given day. Even when it comes to mentally sparring, that it just might not be your day. Every dog has his day. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to mentally sparring, you just might not be in the space to be on that at the moment. Like your facilities might just not be running correctly that day, and you got some type of adjustments that you need to make before you even are able to engage on a mental, metaphysical warfare type of circumstance and situation. You get what I'm saying? So a person could come in with some other type of tactics on a perfect timing type of shit and knock you completely off your pivot just for the simple fact that you wasn't ready for that, and it's just their day and not yours. But that type of thing happens on an even playing field all the time. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can win, even if you're at a disadvantage or in a lower space or some type of thing like that. Don't ever be discouraged, because you could still come out on top with like admiration and different like virtues and principles and different types of ways of being viewed by people, just for the simple fact that it was your day. You get what I'm saying? That was your good luck day or whatever the fuck it may be. So life is very fair. It's just people makes it unfair. People likes to tip the scales in their favor instead of being in a situation where shit, we all here, we all human, we all live in life, we're all on the same level, we all have the same capabilities. Even if your skill set isn't as sharp as mine is, we still all have the same capabilities. Your skill set could become much sharper than mine if you put in the work. You get what I'm saying? But you can still beat me on any given day. And not to say like being in a good versus evil aspect or a fucking winner versus loser type of aspect. No, like I don't mean that type of thing. Just in the instance of getting some type of like gratification out of it, or getting some type of like validation out of it, if that's something that you would want, or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Just being the winner, coming out on top, not being discouraged, not being shut down by things. You know what I'm saying? It's just all it just all depends on the day. You get what I'm saying? If you're actually interacting in a fair and equivalent space. You get what I'm saying? But if you're not, and you're around a bunch of people who like to tip the scales in their favor, you're always going to lose. But you really win, though. That's the thing about it. You really win, even if it appear like you lost, because this person is really the loser, because they're tipping the scale in their own favor. So they're not really truly going through no experience that give them a level of wisdom or discernment or perception or some type of real experience, because they're diluting it from the simple fact that they're tipping the scale in their favor instead of allowing it to be operated on an equivalent, even playing field and a platform where everybody's on the same level. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you're in a situation where you want to test the fairness of people and you think that a person is fair, you just do the opposite. Create a circumstance and situation, create an environment where, boom, we can both interact in this space on an even playing field. Now, if the person is actually willing to interact with you on that stage, or in that space, or on that platform, then you know you have somebody who is more of a real being, in my opinion. Because you a fake bitch if you sit here and tip the scale in your own favor constantly, and you can't ever fucking interact with shit that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense why you constantly need to have the advantage, and you would be afraid to interact with some shit if you can't sneak or finesse or catch somebody off guard and all this extra type of shit. Now, don't get the word finesse fucked up, because it do take a level of finesse to interact with pretty much anything in life and garner a level of respect and success off of it. You get what I'm saying? Do take a level of finesse to do anything in life. But I'm saying, like, finesse in the negative connotation. Finesse in, like, the negative type of aspect where you're, like, always getting over on people and fucking people over constantly and stuff like that, and making sure you just win all the time and get all the money that you can out of people and fucking siphon people's energy off and all this type of shit. I don't mean that type of finesse. I mean, like, finesse in a good way. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it's all about. Life is very fair. You punk ass suckers keep making life unfair. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing about it. You might be able to gain some type of worldly success off of being a fake fuck who tips the scales in your own favor all the time, and just doesn't care about the other people who are affected by this. Because certain people be in situations where this person will tip the scale in their favor. You get what I'm saying? And this person over here is left like super depleted and super dried out and super like depressed with themselves, and like, y'all don't know what that shit be doing to certain individuals. That shit could fuck up a person's confidence for years and fuck up their own self-image and make them develop all type of levels of self-doubt and all this other type of shit just by you tipping the scales in your favor. So this person in their mind had fairness and equality in mind whenever they was entering this situation. You get what I'm saying? But you was over here secretly tipping the scales in your favor, unbeknownst to this person. They had no idea about it. They didn't know the scales were being tipped to where them interacting with this shit, they pretty much infinitely bound to lose, just for the simple fact that this person is tipping the scales. You know what I'm saying? So this person comes in with fairness and equality in mind. They interact with this shit. If they don't have a strong enough mindset when they interact with this shit, now they thinking, oh, I'm a loser or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I must suck. That must be the reason why I lost. I must suck. I'm not capable, or I'm not strong, or whatever the fuck it may be, whatever conclusion they come to off of the shit. So that's what you got to consider if you are a person who is heavily invested in always making sure the scales are tipped in your favor. You don't know how you're affecting these people. You don't know what type of mindset a person has. You don't know what type of virtues and principles within a person's own being that they're lacking, and how you're actually affecting this person by tipping the scales in your favor. You get what I'm saying? Now, that's not necessarily your responsibility all the time, but at the same time, you shouldn't be a person who want to constantly be doing that to people. You get what I'm saying? Like, you in my opinion, In my opinion, you shouldn't want to be that type of person. Now, there might be some people out there who think, oh, that's the best way to go. The cheating and shortcutting and doing all this extra type of shit and making sure I'm always in an advantageous position is the best thing for me. You go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want to do. My opinion, you weak as hell, because a person who operates off fairness, you could win every battle if you truly strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you truly strong, that's how you really test yourself, and that's how you really gain respect for yourself in a lot of different aspects, is by operating on fairness. If you are constantly tipping the scales in your own favor, you essentially ensuring that you're already gonna gain the material worldly level of success that you're trying to get out of it. Whether that be, oh, you beat up on somebody because you snuck them. Whether that be, oh, you gain and siphon money out of this chick because you tip the scales in your favor to say, oh, I'm going to sit here and act like I fucking care about this girl and that I love her or some shit. And I'm going to sit here and live in her house and eat up all her kids' snacks and fruit snacks. I'm going to eat up all the fruit snacks and drink all the juice, and I'm gonna make sure every money that she spend, I get a piece of it, and I'm gonna make sure every money that she spends, she buying my bag of weed, and we smoking this shit together, and she buying my next pair of shoes, so I look fresh and fly for these other bitches that I really want to fuck with, but I'm gonna just use this situation while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That it's a lot of different ways this type of shit plays out, but just the thing to consider is, if you move off of fairness, you are always the winner. No matter what, from a metaphysical and from a spiritual perspective, because you are gaining the things that it takes. You're gaining the mentalities, you're gaining the thoughts and feelings that you need to amplify you and boost you to actually be able to have that material and worldly level of success that it is that you crave in the first place, and that you just gonna be there because you're creating it from the inside out. You're not trying to cheat and get ahead and do all these other extra type of things to get where it is you going. You know what I'm saying? You would rather, like, nose to the grindstone type of energy. You would rather be just like focused on you and going through experiences that it take for you to develop the necessary mentalities to get to where you going. You get what I'm saying? So life is very fair. Y'all bitches just make it unfair. That's all there is to it. So yeah, we about 40 minutes into this one. I got a lot more topics in my notebook. I don't necessarily know when I'm going to be going live. I've been planning to go live on this one for the last week or so, I would say. I just needed to sit down. I had told somebody that I was going to be uploading this, so to go ahead and shout them out. JSB, I'm sorry if it seemed like I was lying to you whenever I said keep on lookout for this piece of content to come out tomorrow. That was like fucking 5-6 days ago at this point. It wasn't necessarily that I was lying or trying to like be lazy or some shit like that. So I apologize if it seemed that way. It was just a simple fact that I needed to sit down and ponder on this more so I could come at it from a more true and unbiased perspective. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, life is fair. Life is very fair. When you start to get into arenas where you're interacting with people who also adhere to fairness, you will start to realize this more and more. You get what I'm saying? And this video is mostly for my younger generation that is just now coming up. You get what I'm saying? Like younger teenagers around 14, 15 years old, because that's kind of like the little shift that you go into where you're moving out of adolescence and you're moving more towards adulthood, and that's where things start to like get more real. You get what I'm saying? Not to say that anything that you experienced previously wasn't real. That's just to say that moving forward, it's more of a situation where things are more intense. You start being able to experience a higher level of whatever it is that you're going through, whatever cycle that you've been experiencing, whatever, you start to be able to handle more. So you start to be able to receive more. You get what I'm saying? The situations might be more intense. They might be more quick. They might be more sporadic. It might be more of a thing where you have to, excuse me, fucking hiccups and burps in this live stream. What the fuck's going on? But it might be a situations where you have to start to learn how to adapt more quickly rather than being like, you can be more like childlike with it and more willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? Which, this is the thing too. Don't ever lose that childlike essence about you. No matter how old you get, don't ever lose that childlike essence. That's not to say be childish and be like emotionally distraught and like fucking lash out on people and cry and scream and throw tantrums and all this stuff. No, it's not to say that. It's to say to be childlike but not childish. Be more free, be more fluid. And this is something that I've learned from interacting with people who have a lot more water placements than I have. You get what I'm saying? Because this is a strategy that I've been implementing in my own life by default, just by my own understanding of life and what type of things I need to start implementing into my strategy to help myself be sustained and move forward more easier and better. You get what I'm saying? But it's also something that has been confirmed and reflected to me by interacting with certain people with a lot of heavy water placements. Water especially, air as well, but water especially. They have taught me to be more fluid and be more, you get what I'm saying? Cause I've already realized that, but by being around these people and having interactions with them and seeing how they like truly move and how they express themselves and stuff like that, it's helped me to be like, to get out of that mindset of being like strictly like Saturn and strictly, because my chart ruled by Saturn, and not only that, I'm a Capricorn sun as well. So a lot of my life, a lot of my adult life has been predicated towards being extra serious and about shit. You know what I'm saying? So now being around more water signs and more air signs, it's allowed me to blow and flow more freely. So I'm very appreciative to these people for that, because I can just see their natural default state of being, and I'll be like, okay, I can see how I need to like join some of that into what it is that I have going on, so I'm not all fire and earth all the time and just you know what I'm saying? I just need to chill out sometimes and cool off and fucking just be, you know what I'm saying, instead of being extra serious all the time. So, you know, but yeah, life is very fair. I love every one of y'all. Just know who you're interacting with and put yourself in a position internally where fairness and equality and balance and equivalency is like important. That way, and you actually act out and embody these characteristics and traits rather than just having them on your head top all the time. Like, actually be expressing a level of fairness. Like, when people come around you and certain individuals are getting judged just for the way that they look or the way that they express themselves or confirm to them that it's okay to be you. You know what I'm saying? And like, give them some attention, or give them like, and that's just the small steps. Like, you'll get more of it as you move forward and as you actually embody these characteristics and traits. But that's just like the beginning stages. Whenever, you know, certain people's getting bullied for no fucking reason, or certain people's being viewed a certain way for no fucking reason, and they're not like truly like being a weirdo or being a creep or some shit like that. Like, you being fair to everybody, and you know what I'm saying? That's how you'll start to do this. Treat people as they should be treated. You get what I'm saying? And you'll receive the benefits from that, because certain people don't deserve to be treated good, because they're fucked off and they're evil to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? So some people don't deserve no respect. Some people don't deserve no fairness. Some people deserve to be bullied. Just kind of gauge where everyone's at, and the more you live life and the more that you develop a level of expanded awareness and perception, you'll be able to see where people is at. Because a lot of people will use this one quote over and over again, and it really doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of people will say, oh, well, if you interact with people in this certain type of way, you're gonna lower your energy by interacting with them in this type of way. Now, I've heard this from a lot of different people. So if anybody who has said this to me recently is like watching this and you're feeling some type of way and feeling like I'm calling you out because I'm saying this, no, It's not that I'm calling you out personally and strictly. It's the simple fact that I've heard this span across a multitude of people. Like a fuck ton of people have tried to tell me this shit. But this is the thing and where I'm coming from with it. I would be a fool. I'd be a fool to treat you better than how the fuck you deserve to be treated. I'm not lowering my energy. I'm only lowering my energy if I'm allowing my energy to be lowered by how I'm interacting with you. Certain people, you don't deserve shit from me, but goddamn nothing. I might cuss your bitch ass out all of a suddenly. Yeah, I'm gonna meet you where the fuck you at and what you deserve at the moment, what your mentality is reflecting. I'm gonna be a mirror to you, and a lot of people say that too. Oh, I'm just a mirror. I'm just I'm just showing you back at the I'm just a mirror. Nah, bitch, you man, you mirror reflecting your own fucking reflection, bitch. Stop trying to act like what you showing me is me at the moment. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. Anybody who says that and acts that out in the fucking way of how I'm seeing it and how I've been seeing it quite a few times, stop that shit. Seriously, stop that shit. Cut it off immediately. Stop trying to fucking reflect people's reflection back to them when you don't even know who the fuck you are. And you sit here and express to me that you don't even know who the fuck you are and what the fuck you want. Please don't think that you a goddamn mirror to me, because bitch, you ain't showing me nothing of who the fuck I am. Not even a segment piece, not even a none of that. No, stop that. Stop that. Life is my mirror. You coming to me as an individual person, no, stop. Get it the fuck out of here. But in my case, me actually knowing who the fuck I am, knowing what I want, I will actually be a true mirror to you. And there are certain other people who I've interacted with in real life and via the internet who have been true mirrors because they know who they are and they know what the fuck they want and they know where they headed. You get what I'm saying? So big shout outs to all those people who are actually true mirrors. But most people, they're not. Me, in my case, I sit here. That's why I say it's not me lowering my energy by interacting with you in a certain type of way. Like I said, I'm going to meet you where you're at. I'm going to be a true mirror to you, and I'm going to show you exactly the type of person that you are. AKA, you going to get what the fuck that you deserve fucking around with me. I promise you that. And 9 times out of 10, I don't like if it's something that comes to me having to lay a finger on you, I don't even have to do that. I don't even have to do that. I promise you I don't. Man, see, I be getting on here, bro. Every time I just hop into these mentalities, bro, and I start thinking back over situations that have occurred and every experience that I went through in life. Bitch, oh man, you can't tell me nothing different, bro. I done seen it too many times on repeat, bro. Like, man, life is good. Life is fair. Y'all motherfuckers just like to tip the scales, bro. Y'all just like to tip the scales, bro. Y'all just like to tip the scales. Why you like to tip the scales, bro? That's why I don't interact with y'all, bro. And if I have to, if I'm forced to interact with you in some type of way, I'm going to meet you exactly where you're at. And I'm not lowering my energy by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Even if it do got to come to physical violence, even if it do got to come to a situation where I got to fuck your girlfriend or I got to fuck on your goddamn auntie or some shit just to make it, just to let it be known. Don't fuck with me. And just to let it be known, I'm going to create a situation so that you hate me. My ears started ringing right now. My ears started ringing like crazy right now. That's how I know. That's how I know I'm telling y'all the right thing, bro. That's how I know I'm telling y'all the right thing, bro. Come on. Like, come on, bro. Whatever the fuck I have to do, wherever the fuck I have to go, whatever level I have to meet you at, so that to get you out of my life, or to show you what you deserve, or to show you that you really ain't shit, or to reflect back to you whatever it is you showing me, I don't give a fuck, bro. I go there. Bitch, I done been to hell 170,000 times, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. I go there because this is the thing about it. I know I ain't gonna stay. I know how to get back to heaven, bitch. Do you? Come on now. Come on now. Gotta put the phone on charge because now it's being gay. She trying to die on me. Oh man, we ain't gonna be able to find a wholesome spot for this shit to sit without being whack. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? The microphone is rounded at the front. So, oh, I might be able to turn the microphone around. Turn the microphone around. Put it up on the chop slot. Put it up on the. Oh, you are a punk ass bitch. If I've ever seen one, I'm telling you right now, if I've ever seen one, this is why I hate trying to charge the goddamn phone whenever I'm doing live stream matters. Because we're not on the type of timing. Yeah, see, look at this shit. I'm gonna have y'all fucking staring at my goddamn peen the whole fucking video. That ain't gonna work. Just lay properly, dude. All right, I guess I'm just gonna hold the phone. Fuck it, I'm just gonna hold the phone. Realistically though, we're pretty much done with what we're talking about here today. I see that there's still, how many people is it? See that there's still 5 people in here. If you guys have any questions or anything, we can wait a couple minutes or until whatever train of thought that I was on before the fucking charger started being dumb. Yeah, we can take some questions or comments, or and I'll wait for that, or I'll just sit here and spin a web in my mind until that train of thought come back to me, because we was on some other shit. But yeah, essentially, man, I just been, you know, I can't lie, I've been struggling a little bit lately, mentally, but I'm right back in the right space now. I'm right back in the right space now. I know what I can add to this. That energy I was talking about a second ago, where I was saying people say you be lowering your energy by interacting with people in certain ways. You're bringing yourself down to their level and no, bitch. I'll tell you right now, I've experienced this because I've had interactions with a lot of people, bro. A lot of male friendships. A lot of goddamn. I can't talk and stream when the fucking light is off, bitch boy. But anyways, I've had a lot of male friendships and relationships with males. I've had a lot of friendships, relationships with females, sexual, fucking romantic, just strictly friendships, whatever it may be. I've had a lot of interactions with people, and I will tell you right now, based upon my own experiences, the only time that my energy was lowered by interacting with a person, place, fuck place or thing, just person for this situation. The only time that my energy has been lowered by interacting with a person was by treating them better than how they deserve to be fucking treated. That and that made me, the reason I say that is because it made me realize why I've been struggling so much lately. Because I was in a situation where I was treating somebody better than they deserve to be treated. And I'm just now realizing that, and it literally just released every bit of that stagnant energy that was placed within me from that fucking circumstance and situation. I literally just now realized it. That's why I love doing shit like this. Because not only do it help certain other individuals, and I know it helps certain other individuals because people have told me before, you know what I'm saying? People has came in my comment section, DMs, whatever the fuck it may be, showing appreciation for whatever it is that I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? But it also helped me to a big degree. Like, if I wouldn't have come on here and live stream this shit today, I wouldn't have realized this probably for another fucking few days, or maybe even a couple of weeks, for real. If I wouldn't have got in my bag and started to actually express the shit that has been on my mind here lately, as far as what I put into my notes section, as far as topics I want to talk about on my live streams. Bitch, it would have took me longer to realize this shit. So big shout out to not only me, but big shout out to y'all too, because these type of situations and me having this platform for myself now, it helped me learn by teaching, bro. Like, come on. So that's what it is, bro. That's what it is. That's why I've been so fucked off here lately. That's why my mentality has been suffering, for the simple fact that I treated somebody better than how they deserve to be treated. So that is what lowered my energy. That is what fucked me over in that situation. I'm seeing it totally clearly now. Hey, shout out to Nilo UArt in the chat, bro. He said totally relatable situation, 100. Yeah, real shit though. Real shit though. You know what I'm saying? I don't come on here with the tactic in mind of trying to be super overly relatable. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking on my own experiences. I'm glad it is relatable to y'all though too, because that helped with the connection between me and the audience. That helped with everything that I got going on personally as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that let me know that I'm still continuing to be on the right path. That let me know I'm still continuing to do the right thing. If it is relatable, that's fucking good, because that's the essence of what I need from this channel. It's not my mission to be super relatable, and I'm not like trying to be. You know what I'm saying? But that is something that's very needed for this channel. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to be relatable. But yeah, aside from your comment, also big shout out to Nilo UArt. This is one of the hardest fucking artists of the 21st century. If you have not seen this guy's artwork, man, you guys need to go and look at it, bro. Anybody who's on my page, you've already secretly seen his artwork. I tag him at every video that I upload that has his artwork on the cover page. You know what I'm saying? All those songs from fucking Schwetzy the Flame on. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait, hold up. Okay, we still charging. Cool. But yeah, all those artworks from like Schwetzy the Flame, even before that, because he gave me that one, Know Thyself Schwet. Soon as you see that that artwork, everything since then has been Nilo U. That has been all his artwork. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker is one of the most creative artists I've ever seen in my entire fucking lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being dead ass serious. This ain't me just showing love because the simple fact, oh, he helped me out and make some album covers for me and shit like that. No, like, I genuinely think this shit, bro. Like, I see people doing like realism paintings and stuff like that all the time. That shit is cool. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? That shit is very cool. People can take a fucking photo of somebody's face or something like that and make the shit look like a goddamn photo. That, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, and that do take skill. But the shit that Nilo do is beyond creative, dude. Like hit every time I see a fucking piece of artwork, from my boy Nilo, bro. It's like he has created a whole entire realm of reality. It's like he has created an entire world in every single piece, and you can feel that off of the artwork that you observing at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So big shout outs to Nilo U. This motherfucker, like, I promise you, he's gonna be the next Picasso. He gonna be the next. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be the next Picasso. He gonna be the next Michelangelo. He gonna be the next. But he's Nilo though. Don't get it fucked up. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He's his own thing. He's his own wave. He gonna be the next top artist. I promise you that. Malo say, yeah, your shit sticks out, Nilo. Yeah, for sure, bro. His shit definitely sticks out, bro. Anybody who ain't following them at this point, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. And Nilo's talking about thank you, real shit, and it just started. Yeah, real talk, bro. It just started. That's the most beautiful thing about Nilo, bro. I ain't seen this motherfucker around for very long. You know what I'm saying? But he's very consistent. He uploads some shit every few days or so. Sometimes fucking every 1 or 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And it's just all beautiful, creative artwork. You will never see anything like it. There's no one who can ever come and replicate the shit that he do, because it's just that fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give flowers to Nilo one time. You know what I'm saying? Big shout outs to Nilo. Big thanks, big ups, big thanks on creating fucking artwork for me to be able to utilize and make my shit look even better and more tantalizing and more attractive and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to you. And also big ups to fucking Mystical Misty Rowe in the chat, bro. What up, Trey? One of my long time interactions, I would consider Trey to be actually a friend of mine at this point, because fuck, we've been talking for like goddamn 4 or 5 years. I think we started talking when I was like fucking 20 or 21. I'm 25 now. Me and Trey been we never lost grips with our interactions, even when I went on my little hiatus and got off social media for the longest fucking time. As soon as I came back, Trey's still there. Like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? That's a true friend. When you can be dealing with what you dealing with, and go on some type of hiatus and shit like that, and completely disappear, and then come back, and you have a motherfucker who will talk to you like you never left and shit like that. That's how you know you found you a friend for real. What's good, bro? We were supposed to meet, but hey, he good peoples. Are you talking about Nilo, or are you talking about me? But yeah, we are still supposed to meet, and we are going to, bro. I'm gonna be out in Texas full time very soon, bro. My fucking probation officer's being weird at the moment. I've left him 2 messages on his cell phone and shit like that. I was supposed to get off of probation the 18th of this month. It's the goddamn 28th. It's 10 days later, and he hasn't updated me since our fucking meeting. Our meeting was on the 11th. He hasn't updated me since then. So, you know, that's a little annoying to say the least. But once I find out that I'm like fully off probation and shit like that, I'm gonna be grinding very hard, working on getting some type of situation for sustainable living in Texas, something that I can afford, have something lined up in that type of way. Go and just move out there, bro, and fucking play it from there. You know what I'm saying? So once I get back out to Texas like full time, with me and Trey, me and you will sit down and have our fucking little round table meeting for just me and you and shit like that. But I also want to give a shout out to Trey in the aspect of, I've been seeing way more content with true substance and shit like that. So I want to give a shout out to Trey on that tip as well, because I've been seeing you making moves. I've been seeing you doing more digital editing and fucking for like what do you call that shit? What do you call that shit? Like graphic design for photos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so big shout outs to Trey on that tip. I love to see people making content. I love to see people expressing themselves and all that good shit. I love seeing things like that. Trey talking about Texas is good energy, bro. I know people be shitting on it, but it's good. Yeah, it really is, bro. And I ain't really been to a lot of cities on the West Coast. I've been to a lot of cities on the East Coast, though. And I'll keep it a buck. Texas got better energy than most cities I've been to on the East Coast. And something that I noticed, too, y'all's roads are shit. Like, let's be honest. Anyone who lives in Texas knows. Y'all's roads are shit. They're terrible. You could catch a flat tire damn near anywhere in Texas, just for the simple fact the concrete is ass. You know what I'm saying? But Texas is also very clean, bro. Like Texas is very clean. Like, they clean up after themselves. It's not a lot of situations where you would just be driving down the street and see a whole bunch of trash in the middle of the fucking city or something like that. That'd be happening in a lot of other places around the East Coast. Like, if you go to Northern Virginia, Alexandria specifically, where I used to live, bruh, it's dirty, bro. Like, it's dirty, it's nasty. Especially if you go to like New York and New Jersey, bro. Try going to motherfucking New York and New Jersey especially, bro. In places is just dirty, like that. Like, they just dirty. Motherfuckers just be leaving trash, and the public officials don't do nothing about it. They just let the trash sit there and be nasty and all this type of shit. Texas is clean, but in most spots that I've been to, anyways. I've been to Houston. I've been to I've been through Dallas. I don't know if I can't remember what we did in Dallas. I'm pretty sure Dallas was just a place that I passed through. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been to Dallas, I've been to Houston, I've been to San Antonio, I've been to Austin, like all y'all's main like big spots, you know what I'm saying? I've been to all of those, and they're quite clean, and they're quite friendly for the most part. People ain't fucking getting shot up outside of clubs all the time and just stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get started on the roads, but yeah, bro, we got good air. It's just people get too caught up in politics, especially MAGA motherfuckers. Yeah, y'all do that. That's something that I didn't even realize, bro. For real, that's something that I didn't even realize. Y'all do got some pretty fucking clean air out in Texas, even though it's super fucking hot and dense in certain areas and shit like that. Especially if it rains, when that humidity come in with that heat, it'd be hard to breathe sometimes. But it's not like, it's still like clean air though, which is what I'm getting from what you from what you saying at the moment. It is like, it's like clean air out there. It's not like smoggy and polluted and shit like that. Like when I lived in Northern Virginia, that was the reason I moved out of the city, was because it was taking too much of a toll on my fucking like breathing systems and shit like that. Like that's the main reason I moved away from Alexandria, for the simple fact that bitch, I at a certain point I couldn't even fucking breathe, let alone fucking do any type of cardio workout or anything like that. I'd fucking fall over and die out that bitch in Northern Virginia. It got me fucked up. And on the tip of people getting too caught up in politics, especially MAGA motherfucker, I haven't really seen much of that, I'll be honest. I mean, I've seen the things on social media and stuff like that. I was actually out there whenever they were having their little protests and all that good shit. But like, as far as like interpersonal reactions and interpersonal relations and fucking things like that, I never really seen that. I never really seen that too much. But he said everyone, even immigrants, aren't that bad, right? Like I just seen, you know, even though Texas is technically like more, they would probably call that more like Midwest than they would call Texas the South. Y'all still have that air of like Southern hospitality around Texas, and I really appreciate that, and I really like that, to see that in a place that is so cityscape like that. Because Southern Virginia, they have the Southern hospitality aspect to a certain degree. I feel like people in Texas are even more kinder than people in fucking Southern Virginia is. But in Northern Virginia, everybody is dicks, bro. Like, everybody. You wouldn't even get a motherfucker to hold the door open for you, bro. Let alone fucking even tell you, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could never see some shit like that. And Trey said Virginia air flunked. Yeah, only in Northern Virginia, though. Southern Virginia air is really nice, even though it's like always humid in Southern Virginia. So Southern Virginia air is nice though, bro. Like you can go, like it's mostly where I'm at right now. It's mostly mountains and trees and the woods and shit like that. I live in the sticks right now. Like it's mostly just shit like that. So the air out here where I'm currently at is actually really clean. I actually really enjoy it. I like certain times you can go out to the lake or go like up on a mountain when it's like really foggy or some shit, and you just breathe in and you get like a little bit of mist of water up in your nose when you're breathing in and shit like that, and it's actually quite enjoyable. Like the air out here is actually pretty nice. Northern Virginia is just fucking, you know, real shit. Trey said at least you're not moving to NYC. Yeah, bro. I don't think I'll ever move to New York. I do want to go to New York at some point to do a few things, maybe perform some shows, maybe set up some platforms for other individuals and things like that, as far as expressing yourself, as far as expressing wisdom and knowledge. I do want to go and set up some platforms up there, and I do want to have one of my businesses to be based in New York as well, because I have an idea for a business that incorporates a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Chris. He's actually the producer for AOTA, Team AOTA. Shout out to JSB. Shout out to Connie. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Marcus. Shout out to 27. Shout out to Divine J as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all these motherfuckers. But Chris, who is actually the producer for the team, he's one of the ones who actually, I spoke to him about this idea, and he helped me actually elevate it and build on it even more and come up with more ideas for it that would actually help it be more of a, not only a sustainable business, but more of a well-rounded business. You get what I'm saying? So big shout out, big shout out to Chris. Because, yeah, I want to have one of those businesses that I'm referring to be in the heart of New York City as well. You know what I'm saying? But he said, damn, Virginia full of dickheads. Sheesh. Right, yes. Even where I was talking about Virginia have Southern hospitality in a lot of spots. Bro, even in Southern Virginia, where they have the like the heart of the Southern hospitality type of attitude, people are still dickheads because this place is so like heavily religious minded, and it's not religious minded in like a good aspect. It's like religious minded in a aspect of I'm better than you and let me fucking be a piece of shit judgmental asshole towards you because you're not Christian. You don't think and believe the way that I do and all this shit. Like that's how a lot of it is here. So it give all it's not like an air of authenticity around here. Even though they do have Southern hospitality, a lot of it is like fake and like user type of energy. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, I gotta take you to Lake Tawonki. Wait, how am I saying that? Lake Tawakoni. There we go. Lake Tawakoni. Tawakoni Indians, that Lake Hart. And then this man said Texas surrounded by reservations. Yeah, see, I need to do more research on Texas, but I did start to notice that the more I got out towards that way, whenever I was driving through, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I was driving through to head towards Texas, I started noticing the more that I got out there, I started seeing like towns and lakes and certain exits and shit like that that would have a lot of like native names. You get what I'm saying? Now don't get me wrong, especially when you're driving through like Louisiana and shit like that, there still is like you can tell just by the way that they construct the wordage and shit like that. You can tell a lot of it have like a lot of French and English influence to it and things like that. So there is still a bit of that like whitewash type of bullshit going on as well. But at the same time though, there still is like more of a higher percentage level of like actual like native names that I had seen for like town names and exit names and names of lakes and rivers and shit like that. I was like heavily paying attention to like everything that was in my surroundings whenever I went up there for the very first time. You know what I'm saying? People in Texas are religious minded and more of that good mindset. Yeah, I've noticed that as well, because there's some people who are out there, you wouldn't even know that they were Christian because it's not their entire fucking personality. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people around here being religious in any aspect, but especially being Christian, is like it should take over their whole fucking personality, and all they are is religion. You get what I'm saying? And if you ain't religion, then you my enemy in some type of way, and I'm gonna play all type of weird mental games with you and all this type of extra bullshit that's just fake as fuck, and I don't fuck with. But yeah, like I've had interactions with religious people in Texas for the short time frame that I was there, both times that I went, you know, and these people you'd never even guess that they were a fucking religious or a Christian type of person. You get what I'm saying? My PC being weird now. Shit trying to turn like... Bitch, stop playing. I do it like a king do. Bruh, the mouse is on. Tell me why the screen is just staying off now. This shit went to fully sleep. I've been waking it up every damn time, bro. What the fuck? She went fully to sleep, bro. What the fuck's up with that? But yeah, so I got to give big ups to Texas on that tip too, because this is, man, I'll keep it real, bro. Virginia, especially Southern Virginia. I've been living like in Virginia my whole life for the most part. Like northern, southern, fucking eastern, western, like all different areas in Virginia. But I'll keep it real. Every area in Virginia I've ever been in is not truly freeing, bro. Like, it's something about it. Like, I've spoke on this before, but I feel like I was like either trapped here or killed here in a previous lifetime, because the entirety of Virginia feels like a fucking cage to me, bro. Like it's so fucking depressing and disheartening in this area for some reason to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like as soon as I cross over the border of Virginia and go into any other state, whether it even be the ones that are local to Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, fucking any of these type of states, as soon as I cross over that border, bro, it's like the weight of the world has just been lifted off of my shoulders, and I feel like I can finally breathe, and I'm just fucking free. So that's why my main goal for the past few years has been to leave here. The only thing that's been holding me back is the simple fact that I've been on probation and I'm not even supposed to leave the state of Virginia, let alone go and fucking move somewhere else. So I've not only been like fucking mentally trapped here by whatever fucking trauma it was that I went through in this area, but also fucking physically at a certain point it became that way. Just being trapped here and I'm ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? Look at your astrocartography in that area. It probably is karmic, like you said. Yeah, bro. You know, I've looked into a little bit of what you're talking about, and big shout out to Solar Systems. He's actually the one who put me onto that energy as far as astrocartography and learning what the fuck that even was in the first place. You know, you can tell by the words, you know what I'm saying, but more so of understanding how things align for you and shit like that. But mostly of what I have picked up from like realizing this area is not the area for me has literally just strictly came through my own experiences and my own time that I have spent in meditation and whatever visions and thought forms and shit like that was given to me. That's mostly the things that has made it that way for me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like truly the area that's calling to me the most at this point is Texas. And that's why I want to move to Texas. Because realistically, I can move anywhere. I could go wherever the fuck I want to go. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. I can start from ground zero and build myself up. It really ain't nothing to me. I've done it 100 million times in Virginia with absolutely nothing. Gone from fucking living on the streets to living in fucking nice ass cribs. I've gone from living in trap houses to fucking having everything I needed at my disposal. You know what I'm saying? It just fluctuates too much in Virginia, because every time I get to a spot where I want to be at, or some shit like that, everything come crashing down, just for the simple fact that I'm in Virginia and I'm not where I'm supposed to be. This isn't where I'm supposed to be building at. I have a good solid mental foundation. I have a good solid mentality for myself. I need to go and express that in areas that is more akin to me and my energy. You get what I'm saying? Virginia is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Virginia is not like that for me. And Trey said, damn, bro, past life karma is very real. Some areas is karmic debt. Yes, that's what Virginia is for me. That's why I even got myself in a situation where I ain't even truly do nothing wrong and end up fucking going to jail and being on probation for some shit that I ain't even do nothing wrong, really. You know what I'm saying? And that's why situations in this area, even if I make the smallest mistake in Virginia, that's why I had to be very, very careful. Not only does this happen to people who are more spiritually inclined, you get punished more harsher because you know better, but also for me being in this area and being in a situation where I'm receiving the karmic debt that I am receiving at this moment. You get what I'm saying? If I make the smallest of mistakes in this area, bro, I get fucking like fucking decapitated. Fucking y'all would just have to live my life to and like see things from my shoes to understand what I'm saying when I say that. Like I can make the smallest mistake, bro. Like the smallest mistake, and I get punished. Like I never see. I'll be 100% honest. I never in my entire life have seen people get punished like how I get punished whenever I make a mistake. I've never seen that, bro. Like I've been around a lot of fucking people. I've been in a lot of situations. I've seen people do some very fucked up things and get nothing from it. You get what I'm saying? But me, now they might receive karma over time and negative karma and all this shit over time and stuff like that, and it play out in a much larger scale as far as like over time. But for me, it's harsh and it's immediate. Like I can't even escape one day without going unpunished. You get what I'm saying? Like it's really like that. And then Trey talking about people sleeping on Texas. If you move to Dallas, there's a really big business scene. That's something that I've noticed about carpentry out in Texas. Because I've been doing this shit for a long time. That's why I still like my heart will always have a kind of certain level of appreciation for Virginia, because this was my upbringing, and this was where I learned a lot of valuable skills. You get what I'm saying? I learned a lot about plumbing. I learned a lot about welding. I learned a lot about carpentry, which would be like my number one skill, in my opinion. I learned a lot about very hands-on things that are necessary for what I want to do as I get older, as far as building a community and building housing for us all, and actually having like a piece of land where we can build our dream house, and I don't have to anything like. And as far as even if I am gonna buy a house from somebody else, I don't have to hire nobody to come and fix my plumbing issues. I don't have to hire nobody to fucking patch the hole in the wall because I got pissed off and fucking threw a goddamn liquor bottle through the fucking ceiling or some shit. I don't have to do that. I know how to do it myself. When the fucking storms come and they rip the fucking roof off the house, I know how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? I might need your help. I might not be able to do it all by myself, but I know what to do. And you know what I'm saying? If I have to, and it's just people in my environment who know nothing of carpentry, I can tell you what to do so that you can help me in a certain aspect. You know what I'm saying? So I'll always have a deep appreciation for Virginia on that aspect, but I don't even think it's necessarily Virginia. It's more so the people who taught me these things. You know what I'm saying? And me putting myself in positions to learn these things in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So fuck Virginia in reality. It's more so the people and my own self. That's what I should be directing my energy towards, instead of praising the fucking landmass or some shit. Fuck the land. The people can't. The people is what really did it. I could live anywhere and learn the same type of skills. You know what I'm saying? But Milo talking about niggas in Texas be scamming, but we do start a lot of businesses down here too. Yeah, I've seen that, bro. Y'all got shit everywhere. Y'all got shit everywhere. Things aren't as spread out as it is in Southern Virginia, and it seemed like it's a lot more of creativity as far as what the businesses are. If you travel to Northern Virginia, bro, you're gonna see the same like 5 stores, bro, just remixed in different type of ways. You're gonna see like a bodega or like a Amish type of store where you can go and get your off-market groceries and shit like that, and fruits and vegetables, farmer market type of vibes. You're gonna see like a Chinese shop where they sell wonton noodles and shit like that, and then you're gonna see fucking what else? It's just a couple other things you're gonna see, but it's not very creative. You know what I'm saying? Texas seemed like it have a lot more fluidity and a lot more creativity, and things are a lot more progressive as far as what people are involving themselves in. And I've seen a big scene for music as well. There's not a very big scene for music in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Like certain areas, like live bands, and they have people come up and perform and and stuff like that. But it's just not the same type of scene that you would get in a place like Texas, for real. Because like it seemed like music is important to people in Texas, and it actually means something. Around here, people just think you goofy for putting such a level of importance on music. They'd be like, oh, why don't you give that energy to going to church on Sunday and praising God? Or they'd be like, oh, why don't you give that energy to going and working at a factory for the next 40 years? Because that's something that really matters, and da-da-da. So, yeah, fuck that. But yeah, those things do matter because it is the things that run the world. But at the end of the day, creativity prevails. That artistry and creativity. That's the thing that really prevails. You know what I'm saying? A person can be artistic and creative as an architect. They can construct buildings in a certain type of way that's very creative and artistic, and you know what I'm saying? And those be the buildings that everybody wants to come to. Those be the buildings that everybody want to take pictures in front of and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of activities to do. Wait. A lot of activities to do here. It was kind of lit growing up here. You just got to have the money and find the fun activities. Right. Shit, certain situations though, it don't even really take money, bro. Like it really don't. And I'll keep it a buck. I think that has a lot to do with not only my mentality, but the mentality of the people that I was around in Texas when I was there. Big shout out to y'all. All y'all know who y'all are. I already gave you a shout out once this video. I'm not gonna repeat myself. But it has a lot so to do with the mentality of me and the people I was around. But most situations where I went out and like truly had some fun with these individuals, it was either free or it didn't cost more than $40. Like I'll for a full night of fun, a full night of fun, $40-$50, that ain't shit to give for a full night of fun, bro. Like come on now. So, but most situations it was free. We got in the clubs for free. We got our fucking song played in a club on 6th Street in Austin, Texas, bro, for free. Like, I'm not, I'm telling you, bro, if you conduct yourself accordingly and correctly and you know how to play the game, bro, life is yours. Like that what this video is about, life is very fair. Interacting with people who is also on that same level of fairness, bro, will get you into situations like that. You go and trade a little bit of time and energy, aka you go you go and record a music video for somebody, or you go and just be present for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like be there for somebody. They gonna repay you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even know what type of fucking situations man. You don't even know what type of situations you would create for yourself about this shit, man. Hey, one thing about it, we gonna learn how to do handyman and construction work here. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about the business aspect of Texas. I've noticed you guys need a little bit of help on the construction and carpentry aspect of what you guys are doing down in Texas. Because this is something that I've just noticed by walking around Texas and seeing certain buildings and houses specifically, fences specifically, like wooden fences, things like this. I've just realized that you guys don't really have the same quality of work that I've seen from Virginia and from the things that I've learned how to do things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It seems like the quality just isn't there quite as much, strictly just on the construction and carpentry tip. So that's why moving forward, I want to create a business out there that's correlated to construction and carpentry. I want to make a business for that out there just so I can help show how things can be adjusted and how things can be a bit better. You know what I'm saying? Even if it do cost a little bit more, because lumber these days is fucking through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Put that energy in a slave factory is crazy. Yeah, fuck that, bro. I know what the fuck is important. I know what life is really about. You're not about to remix me with your old fucking Virginia's for lovers fucking goofy ass mindset to make me think that what I'm doing ain't important or some shit, or I ain't never gonna be nowhere. I'm just gonna be a loser for life because Virginia is for lovers and fuck music and fuck creativity and fuck all this. We just gonna go work in factories and be retarded for life. Nah, fuck that. I don't like to act retarded. I like to be who I am, bro. Fuck all that shit. I done been around enough and I done seen enough to know what the fuck life is truly about. So, bitch, you can't tell me nothing at this point. Let's keep it a buck. You can't tell me nothing at this point. I feel like we can do way better in farming than we do down here. But don't get me wrong. We do got some good farms. Just don't have the best farming practices. See, I went to a fucking, I went to a kind of like a concert that was at a farm. We were actually supposed to perform that night too, but some shit happened, disagreements with the fucking DJs and the event coordinators and shit like that. We ended up just leaving, but it was more so in the nighttime, so I didn't really get to see. I do know there's a lot of fucking land out there for farmers. You know what I'm saying? But all I really seen from this was a space with cows and shit like that. I didn't really see much of crops being grown. I didn't really see much of, and like I said, it was nighttime, so I didn't really like have a chance to like explore the area or nothing like that. We were strictly just like in this one zone right by the house and right by the stage and shit like that. We didn't really, do anything else. But Malo, you live in Texas, bro? I know you lived in Texas, bro. Where you at out there? Yeah, I had no idea Malo was in Texas. You probably had told me this previously. I just forgot about it, low key. But yeah, I didn't know you was in Texas, folks. You probably right near where I was at too. Bet money, East Texas. You gonna have to be more specific. tell me one of the like big cities. Tell me one of the like big cities that you live near. Cause Trey, you in Dallas, right? Trey in Dallas, I'm pretty sure. And that's not too specific to your area, because fucking Dallas is huge, bitch. You can live anywhere in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to like fucking dox you on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Me and Malo was supposed to meet, but I broke. As far as money wise, yeah, yeah. That's one of the main reasons I ain't coming see you on the way back. Driving that distance would have just been too out the way for me. Cause I ain't passed through on the first on the first shit. You know what I'm saying? He said money wise, yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that. My phone on 4% and it's like actively on charge. We call it the Piney Wood. I'm in the area Davy Crockett colonized. I still have no idea what you're talking about, but cool. It's cool to know that you out there as well, bro. We need to get a little link up situation going on with me, you, and Trey whenever I actually get back out that way and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm a plan to move out there. What my hope is, so that I don't have to like come up with a deposit and a fucking down payment and first month's and last month's rent and all that extra shit. My plan really is to just get into like some fucking government housing or something, low key, that might be the play, but I'll have to think on that, because I might be thinking too small for myself, because I've been realizing lately, I've been thinking a little bit too small, you know what I'm saying, as far as, oh, just let me grind to get up this specific dollar amount so that this specific bill is paid, and I make it happen every time. Like it always, like I always make it happen. But the problem is, I think I'm thinking too small, because if instead of my goal being, let me get this specific dollar amount, $300 to pay this bill, instead of thinking like that, I need to be thinking like, let me get $100,000 by 6 months or something like that. Because I always make it happen, no matter what it is, no matter what I set my mind on and like truly put the work in to make it happen. I make it happen every time. Like it happens every time. So I'm starting to think I need to stop like thinking so small, as far as, let me just make sure that I have enough to cover just this certain area of life. I need to just get on the grind of, let me have 100,000 by 6 months, because I know I'll make it happen. I just need to start thinking bigger. So instead of me saying and being all like poor in my mindset, as far as like thinking I'm gonna be struggling to pay rent or some shit, or have the money to get a nice place out there or some shit like that, and settling for some government housing type of shit because I'm worried about paying bills. I just need to go ahead and say, fuck it, I want a nice place, and think a little bit bigger for myself, instead of limiting myself in that type of way. You know what I'm saying? We'll do a video on that too. Once I have some experiences that can actually kind of confirm what it is that I'm thinking, how things should be adjusted moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Man, cause that. I'm near Little Elm Tree, Frisco Way, far north Dallas. Yeah, see, I don't know any of these areas. Once I get out there, I know where I know where all this shit is that y'all talking about. Palestine's where I live. Masonic as fuck. It was supposed to be the capital of Texas when they started building the railroads and shit here. Oh, okay, word. Palestine. Okay. yeah, I don't think I've seen that area or heard of it, but you know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah. Tribal also lives here too. Yeah, I seen you guys had linked up previously, so I was aware of Tribal also being out there. I wasn't 100%, but I was aware that he was in the area. Um, I didn't know if he had came out there strictly on a trip to see you or some shit, or he actually lived out there. But yeah, Trey said one thing that I've heard everybody who moved here is said never live in no damn Mississippi. That shit is trash. I passed through Mississippi. I know some people from Mississippi. I'll keep it real. I've only met like 2 or 3 people from Mississippi, but everyone that I have met and known from Mississippi, I've been around them for a good period of time, but they're the most shiesty motherfuckers you will ever meet, bro. Like, I don't know what it is about Mississippi breeding shiesty motherfuckers, but every person that I've met from Mississippi, it's only been like 2 or 3 people, but I've been around them enough to know, like, they are shiesty as fuck, bro. They a cheat, they a lie, they a steal, they a fucking finesse you in a bad way. Like, I don't, yeah. I don't fuck with those people necessarily. You know what I'm saying? That could just be some fucking weird correlation that I'm making in my own mind that may not be necessarily true. You know what I'm saying? But from my experiences, it has been. You know what I'm saying? Like it has been. So that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Trey said you not lying. Okay, you must have had some. You must have had some similar experiences. So yeah, it's, Mississippi must be not on shit, bro. Y'all must be all y'all motherfuckers must be whack out in Mississippi or something. I don't know. It's just a couple of motherfuckers that I met. Sorcerer's Garden talking about Big Sweaty. What to do? And he's saying, "Yo, Trey, did you make a new name? Why do I not recognize this channel? Why do I not recognize this name? Who do you go by another name that I would know you by? Or I just ain't been paying attention good. Because if you calling me Big Sweatsy, that means you've been around this channel for a minute. That means you've known me for a while. You had to, you know what I'm saying? So we've had to have had some interactions. The way you, oh, B next to Phoenix. Oh, word, B next to Phoenix. What's good with you, boy? Yeah. Yeah, that's Phoenix, Trey. You know who that is. That's Phoenix to Phoenix. Phoenix to Phoenix. That's that boy, yeah. What the hell happened to you? You told me you was gonna disappear. You ain't cap. You told me you was gonna disappear. You wasn't capping when you said that. You wasn't capping when you told me you was gonna disappear though. So I've been wondering. I had seen some. I was actually reminiscing on some of our interactions not too long ago, and I seen that whole page had been deleted, and I was like, man, damn. He told me he was gonna go, but I wonder where the fuck this boy down went to, man. We besides the lake going up from South Texas up through Oklahoma, besides Lake Palestine, but they also call it the Neches River. Okay, I've heard that. I've heard that term, the Neches or the Neches. Yeah, I've heard that before. But on the map though, I couldn't sit down and point out on a map where the fuck. Only point of reference you give me is up through Oklahoma, like you know what I'm saying, that border between there and Oklahoma. So that must be boom. He said nah, he didn't. He moved to Snap. Yeah, he told me that his page was gonna be shut down and shit like that, and he was gonna be not showing shit on there as much. He moved to Snap. Man, I ain't got none of y'all on Snap, bro. My Snap got like 5 friends, bro, and they all females. Dog. I need to interact with some of y'all on Snapchat too, bro. I ain't know. Actually, matter of fact, one of my homeboys is on my Snap. His name Ty. One of my good friends from Virginia. He's not from Virginia though. He's from Chicago. He's one of the he's one of the only people that I've met in this area that I actually fucking like. You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. One of the only people in this area I've met that I actually like. My phone's on charge and it keep going lower. We've been in this bitch for what, an hour and 30, almost an hour and 40 minutes. I reckon we gonna go ahead and end this shit because I don't want my fucking phone to die mid live stream, because I know I get into some shit. You know, y'all know how I do, bro. Anytime a fucking sufficient mentality present itself, I start goddamn rambling off about this shit. And I just don't want my phone to cut me off in the middle of it. He said he gonna come back. You gonna come back. That's what's up. Holler at motherfuckers on IG. You know what I'm saying? And talking about Snap kind of fell off. I don't know though, bro. People apparently is getting paid to upload stories and shit like that. As far as what I've heard, like if you make your shit public and you get like a certain amount of viewers on your public story and shit like that, you can make money off the shit. It's like monetized now to a certain degree. I mean, I know y'all been seeing fucking ads popping up every time you try to watch stories and shit like that anyway, so they got some type of fucking ad revenue coming through that shit. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this shit because we on 2% in this bitch. But yeah, y'all just keep in mind, life is fair, bro. Don't let people, like, don't interact with people who don't abide by fairness, because they always gonna tip the scales and they always gonna fuck over you. And if you don't have a strong and sufficient mentality, shit, you might lose yourself into thinking that they won and got over on you and you just suck or some shit like that. You don't suck. They just tipped the scales in their favor. They wasn't abiding by fairness. You abide by fairness. So ultimately, you are the one who is the winner. You know what I'm saying? All they gained was some worldly level of success, some worldly level of admiration from other people. They made themselves appear strong in the time frame when really they was way weaker than you was. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all take it easy. Big shout outs to everybody popping up once again. I'm going to try to get more consistent with the live streams. I've been taking a break for a while because I've just been more focused on music content and more worldly things as far as trying to get money situations, shit like that settled and stuff like that. But I'm gonna work on, fuck trying, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna work on getting this shit back into a more consistent state with the live streams and uploading music videos and all this type of shit. But anyways, y'all take it easy.